at the health. Artist, Zipan, Xiao, all incredibly low. So it could be fairly difficult for them in this current scenario.
Definitely a tough round ahead with no heals at all. You know, it would be great to have that skye in there popping back up to full, but you've got to avoid pretty much every fight at this point if you're any of the players on this side of the map. That leads to a retake. I would have thought, but instead they played 2 players under heaven.
Spike planted.
Backside. And Batty ran in after they were long dead with his 70 HP. So now Artist is 1 hit, and Sagetsu's got to do it all. As you can see, that is not looking great.
Yeah, definitely not the prettiest of scenarios, and well, left all onto Artist, and I said he sort of needs a miracle here to get absolutely anything done. And I guess the main thing would be is if he can get a kill. Scream. Oh, he's now coming up on the flag. He's not going to go for the knife either.
Space and so many holes typically to exploit and to poke into. Somewhere that Team Liquid are going to succeed a lot in playing a more skirmishy style. Now, we've already seen a bunch of the FPX players be able to take it to them in toe-to-toe battles. Well, that's a nice little way to kick this one off. Of course, no one's got shields to play with, so you're one-hitting these guys to the body with that weapon. It's an operator. A little bit quicker to move, a little bit quicker to fire. Can be dealt with, but you know, you want one or 2 more kills here really for FPX, and the chances of that are significantly lower than I think FPX would want.
I feel like watching the pros use the Marshall just makes me feel so ridiculously silly for ever scoping in, because it is just one of those things where you could just rattle off shots and you could probably remove the scope from that gun and they really wouldn't care. It would still be something that gets brought into the rounds. It's just ridiculous how accurate it actually is from the hip fire. Nonetheless, it is just going to be 1 player loss. FPX have done a decent job of, well, making all of those fights very costly. Link, though, decent kill.
That's huge. It gets them a rifle and control of a part of the map. They're not stuck on B side anymore. They're able to go out, move through garage, come back to mid. They're losing all the duels on the way. Now, this could be good. They can play the sprays through, but they're going to get pushed on, and they know it. The spray away from Scream. The timing is terrible, and that means he hasn't got the ability to... Fan has been deleted on that A-long pick, and immediately Team Liquid reset into a default. They're not going to look to push this too aggressively. Instead, they want to focus on some control elsewhere. Good shots by Artist, but no kill to follow up on.
Wow, okay, they're being torn a new one. And just a multitude of frags coming in incredibly quickly. Like, we're looking at, okay, I was gonna say a plant down and round over with still over a minute left, but they've denied that at least for a couple of extra seconds. And while Xiao, there's no chance. That is a surprising return to form for Team Liquid.
It's one hell of a strong start. Now, that is if they get this round.
What a fool Mitchman is! He said nothing to work with, not realizing that Artist has a Blade Storm and has now got 2 kills. If you're a Liquid fan, that is at Mitchman on Twitter. At Mitchman on Twitter.
This guy comes in, honestly, they've got pistols to play with, the Blade Storm, and I'm thinking, okay, this is a clean round for Liquid, 4-1. I see the Blade Storm, like, all right, so there's, you know, better give the caveat. If, and he goes out, drops 2 heads, quick as can be. The word save is probably floating around on Team Liquid if they don't get into a site quickly, but they do. They've got the A site. The retake attempt from FPX, though, with these pistols, it's pretty idyllic.
They've managed to find a couple of weapons. They've still got a Blade Storm. Like, considering what was invested in this round, they've got to go for it. And while Orbital Strike coming out straight away, it leaves Artist somewhat isolated, and he is going to get taken down. The rest of the team now looking to make their move, already trading out effectively, leaving just Soulcast remaining, but he's managing to isolate these fights. Not quite quick enough. The time, though, is ticking quite far gone. They might have actually baited this clock down just enough. It's going to be incredibly close, but they've got it in the end.
A little over a second.
Is purchased up for the exact reason that basically, well, he's still going to have money for the next round. And even then, Yumpy going down, okay, he lost the rifle, Blade Storm for the next. So there's no economic risk, really, for the squad in this scenario. The problem is that it didn't really do any damage, and now they have to try and work with what they've got.
That's exactly the point for Team Liquid, right? They come in there, they try to play after the pause, they level things out, but they need a value. Here's the judge coming through for one.
Player standing.
Oh, God, I hate it so much.
And okay, they're pushing back towards A, but they're still going to be met with Ardis and the remainder of this squad. The rotation starting to come through from Zipan, and he's kept his dash online this entire time. The first kill is just free, and they can't actually trade it out. And they've left Xiao in the corner, and it's just gone horribly wrong for Team Liquid and Navira. Well, this turns into just an operator save, trying his best to bring something into this round, and I wouldn't be surprised if they pressured him here. Shot darts, almost trying to bait the shot. It's not looking pretty. I think he's gonna the Odin. your weapon of choice is in play. Oh, it's dirty from Ardis. You can see why he loves playing this map. Just consistently rotating back around to take these initial opening duels, and he's been dominating in a lot of them. Zipan there to support him, but Ardis is just back on track, swinging into these fights, and Yumpy's actually survived in the corner. I say survived. It really didn't last long.
No. Don't you do this.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
He went left. He went left.
Is that better, though? They have all 5. They could use them for a retake if they need it. That is a big entry, though, because they have struggled to get past Batty. It's like Getsu? He's a madman.
Yeah, he misread that timing. Oh, what a great ultimate. Catching them completely. That spray is huge. Xiao goes down immediately, and Ardis is left to do it all flawlessly. Team Liquid bounce right back in. Now that's going to be tough. KO. KO ulti coming up big. You don't have smokes, you don't have flashes, and you got to run right on into that operator. A third for Ardis. But he goes down. The trade quickly found. Hunter's Fury seeking to push these players out of position. It almost gets awkward. Zipan's there to save the day. 7 rounds now for FPX.
Well, if it wasn't worrying enough facing into that A site and meeting an operator, they've now faced into C and had the same fate.
Sagetsu gonna jump. He loves this smoke, man. He loves jumping through this smoke, but he's got a reveal.
Yeah.
Scream gonna be tagged up and not dealt with. They weren't quite expecting him to be seen by that flash out as he swings. This could be a little dangerous. The operator from afar, Navera's too quick. Team Liquid are on the site, but they haven't yet spotted Batty G, who has the perfect timing on the swing around, but Link checks it as well. Sagetsu now has to use the ultimate. This lockdown, not going to stop the plant, and it's just going to make them go towards long. That will be a post plant that they're happy with, Tom, especially having Navera on this operator, on the tour de force. Ardis is going to have to try and deal with him.
Yeah, they've got a little one-way as well to try and spot them. Ardis holding a pretty dirty angle, but they don't even really need to face off against it. It's another shot actually missed, and now they can actually start getting on this defusal. Link is going to go for the peak, and it's just not covered off. They didn't expect another player to be on the other side. It's already gone to half, but look at this wraparound. It won't even be needed. Link is...
At least to start things out, this pistol round hasn't gone great, with Navera losing control over long, missing some of those opportunities on the range duels, more importantly, and he's left down to 28 HP now.
Yeah, they haven't bought up the heal. It's not overly surprising. They're going to invest that to other avenues. Nice shot from Yumpy. He's had a quiet first half, but I'm not really surprised by that. I think it was the defense last time where he in particular was able to step up. Again, there's going to be this one-way thrown in by Soulcast just to make things more awkward if anybody wants to go in that direction. However, it looks like they're going to try and wrap around towards long, but they'll be met by Scream.
Big recon up top, not catching Scream, so he's at least able to grab the surprise kill on one. Yumpy's still here, and they were not expecting that. The reveal, only gonna bait them in for more headshots. He keeps on going with the sheriff in hand until it's just Xiao.
Go on.
He might have even been spotted in the corner. It certainly looks like it. Clean as can be. 4 kills, and that leaves for a moment, but okay, yeah, they're gonna commit to it. Gonna flood out. Yumpy's good for the first. 2 away from Blade Storm. 1 away, and it's almost there. We can even die now. It'd be great. Let's just send Yumpy forward. Oh, 1 HP.
1 HP. Oh, no. Are they just going to send him in? No. It seems like they want to share the wealth a little bit. Get a couple of those ults closer to online. Now, of course, get it for free.
Yes, he is. There you go. Popped
That's
out and grabbed it.
surprising.
Hasn't actually got it yet. There we go. Okay, Bladestorm's going to be picked up. But it's a big play from FPX in towards the C site. They've got control. They'll get the plant. Team Liquid, despite, you know, grabbing the Bladestorm and whatnot, they're still going to have a tough enough round retaking in here now because FPX can set up on range and they can play this how they like. The good thing is, Liquid still have pretty much all their utility to play with as they look to go back in.
Yumpy being relied on to try and find something here. I'm surprised at actually some of the angles that are being taken. You'd think that maybe the range battle would work out better. Instead, they're sat up close where these SMGs can do damage. Even still, though, Scream's going to be left alone. And, okay, a few players lost, but it's not really the end of the world for FPX now. There's two on the other side.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunity there. Yumpy and Navera taking ops. It's viable.
He's going again. The same round. He's just dived straight into the C site. Just looking to try and brawl with them. Already manages to get one, and Artis is just going ham. This is disrespectful from FPX. They've gone in with a double operator, and you've gone, what double operator?
That was some of the highest intensity Valorant we've seen out of these guys all day.
Trying to find some sort of opener, but doesn't really see anything, and actually will just continue to push. So this part of the map's locked down, and no surprise after someone goes straight into garage 2 rounds in a row, there's gonna be someone waiting.
Yeah, you want to see that kind of adaptation. This is a little bit awkward here. Big flash going in. Scream still alive on the backside. Well, he definitely overstayed his welcome on that one. I hate this so much, and he's almost gotten him. Zipbound left to 1 HP. I hate that that worked as well as it did. Shock darts, though. Name of the game for Shao. Look at what he's up against. A lot of these guys are low. Big Shocky coming through, and it's already taken down Soul because the defuse not even being attempted just yet. They're going to tap it here. That's going to force out a little bit of a spray.
I've used the grab well. They know that they can't do it anymore. So they pulled him out of position. Now they start to panic a little bit. Link is going to find another kill. They're making this costly, but again, you can see that there's no one on it. No chance of actually winning the round, but they have done a lot of damage here. And, well, Navir is actually going to close it out, and he almost escaped. He almost got away with it.
They'll be booking themselves a slot in their first ever as a team, and for a lot of these players, LAN event. This is unreal. Art has been in the game since day one. It's unclear whether we'd see Angel playing on that lineup or not, but for someone like him as well, you know, he's put in the time, that's for sure. A lot of fights going the way of Team Liquid here. This operator on Navera gets 3 before it's dealt with, and I started to believe in Shao for a second, but okay. It's
you should
go
never
to Team
not
Liquid in the
believe in
end.
Shao.
Let's see if Team Liquid can punish it now, though. Attacker Killjoy lockdown coming into play. Liquid are sticking around. There's 2 guys here. Do they want to fight for it? Well, they don't.
Oh, they've got to get out of there. The Seekers are going to give them the information, and maybe it can actually give some space for Yumpy. We've seen flanks before not go the best, but he will at least put a little bit of doubt in their mind. Now, an after plant's still looking likely, but they have to try and deal with this. The operator's going to be watching in that direction, but there's still a possibility that Yumpy will be able to get past. And as said, they can't really switch their gaze in the other direction until he dies, and, well, a bit of a whiff.
Big miss, but still a Bladestorm to work with here for Artis. Double nano swarms to block them as they walk through. Decent damage done. They're separating the players. Oh, Scream! He's gotten away with it eventually. A pistol in the hands of Sugetsu, only good for the one, but Artis is still here, and they're answering up big on the FPX side with the Bladestorm to close out the round.
You got the double operator in once again. One in the form of the Tour de Force, and they expected Artis to be here, but it doesn't matter. He's got backup. Even going to go for a little bit of a love tap onto the body as he goes dashing back into the site. They have done the exact same strat every time they think there's a double operator in play, and guess what? They've got C again.
And Link tries to do anything, breathe in towards the spawn. He's taken down. Sugetsu's on fire, and only Navera stands to keep Team Liquid in it, at least in regulation. You can see that he ain't gonna last all too much longer. 4 chances now.
Normally, he has an operator or at least a rifle. This time, Mitch, he has a judge.
Oh, okay. That's a shot to kick off the round. Shao down and out. You've got no drone, no recon. Gonna help a lot on the way through. I didn't spot if he has the Hunter's Fury, but well, he certainly doesn't now. It's the opening pick that Liquid wanted. What do they do from here?
No.
Well, they flank.
You lose.
Oh, Link's on his way behind. He's got them contained. These players have to win every single duel. What a shot.
Enemy remaining.
Scream with a sheriff. And he's got 3 kills. Okay. That's the round you needed. Team Liquid, they're not down in that threat. Not in this round now, at
Just
least.
double keying.
And now they're starting to up the pace, show the confidence yet again. And this is something that it gets me scared every single
get
time I
locked
see
down.
it.
Swamp grenade.
They have slowed it on long, but they're gonna go right on in. And
No
Navera
way.
get a Guardian. He had to tap away, and he just couldn't get it done. Scream is gone as well. The man who found 3 kills, holding this site with a sheriff in just the previous. This time he receives a bullet to the head right away. And Tom, this is starting to look like FPX are going to Iceland. They got 2 players to the good. All the utility to work with. Hunter's Fury post-plant, lockdown in play. And even another kill for Artis. How do you win this?
It needs to be a miracle. The remaining players of Liquid, 2 of those original members, looking to try and fight back. They want that initial spot. They want to be one of the first 2, but Artis is coming back to haunt them once again. For once, we can finally say that momentum is built, as FPX will